Bringing this, in March this year, Newzroom Afrika brought you the story of 74-year-old Nonkululeko Nqulwana, who was living out of a car in Orange Farm. Following our coverage around her plight, the elderly woman was visited by authorities, including Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu, to try to give her a better home. Nqulwana has finally moved into her new house after some challenges, though. Today, the Collen Mashawana Foundation will be handing over furniture to this pensioner. Newzroom Afrika's Zikhona Tshona is once again with Nqulwana in her new home. And Zikhona, I imagine this moment also she's been waiting for quite some time.
Certainly, Ayanda. We were alerted about Nqulwana's story in March this year by a community member. At the time, she was living out of a car in Orange Farm. How she got there is that she was renting on the backyard of somebody, and the landlord then increased the rent. She could not then afford the rent with her pension. Then they opted to take the family car and live out of that car on someone else's plot. Following our coverage, as you've mentioned, she was visited by various authorities from the Gauteng Housing Department, for example, as well as Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu and the Collen Mashawana Foundation. Then in June this year, she was in fact allocated to move into a house, but that was stopped by a community, again further raising the concerns around housing issues in the province. She had applied for an RDP house in 1996, so it's been a long wait for this pensioner. But this week I received a call on Thursday night that she finally moved into her new home here in Savannah City, and she's been living here now just for about 2 nights. Never could ufike nini?
Ngifike ngomhla ka-11 ebusuku ndafike ndalala khona apha.
Khasichazele ke mama, uziva njani namhlanje?
Yo, ndiziva ndonwabile. Ndiziva ndichulumancile ngoba ndinomzi ngoku ongowam. Andisaqashi, ndihambe ndiqasha yonke le ndawo, uyazi. Ndive buhlungu kakhulu izinto ezininzi ezenzekileyo. Kodwa namhlanje ndiziva kamandi kakhulu ngoba ndinomzi wam, ndiye ndafumana umxhaso kurhulumente wam. Ndafumana umxhaso. Indlu yam nantsi uyayibona, intle. Intle indlu yam. Futhi enye into endiyonwabelayo namhlanje ngoba abekho aba bantwana ababexhuma-xhuma bengafuni ukuthi ndingene endlini. Ndina 76 yeminyaka, bengafuni ukuthi ndingene endlini ngoba kaloku thina into esiyaziyo thina bomakhulu kwakuxhunywa-xhunywa ela xesha. Ngoku kungathi ke urhulumente xa esenza i-development bese kuyaxhunywa-xhunywa futhi ukuthi abantu bangafakwa endlini.
Alright, makhulu. Siyakuvuyela kakhulu, sizawungena ngaphakathi sibone. She's already taken us on a tour of the house, but we'll go in later when the furniture arrives. But I just want to bring in Sipho Zulu, who is the community member who brought this issue of umakhulu to light. Sipho, the story has come full circle today. How are you feeling as a community member? Great work on the ground.
Oh, I'm so very excited actually to see Ugogo has received Indlu at last. And we as SANEC CSF, we had made sure that Ugogo is gonna, actually we are going to make sure that we follow up on this case, and with all the assistance of the departments and other stakeholders. I'm so very grateful that Ugogo Nqulwana today, I can see she's smiling. Wow, that's great.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Sipho Zulu, the community leader from Orange Farm, who followed up on Gogo's matter right through to this point where we are today, where she's finally moved into her new home. The house still does not have electricity, though, as well as proper sanitization, but it's something that she says for now, as long as she feels safe. She had endured too much because after she was moved out of the car, the community member led by Sipho Zulu himself built her an informal structure, and she used to complain about the cold and being vulnerable to criminals in that informal structure. But she says here she feels safer and she's happy and she feels warmer. So we are expecting the Collen Mashawana Foundation to deliver furniture to Gogo this morning.
All right, Zikhona Tshona, what a heartwarming story. Thanks very much indeed once again for bringing it to us, and all the best to Gogo for hopefully the easier part of her journey. Zikhona Tshona, live to us there from the Midvale in Gauteng.